Hi everyone, thanks for checking out my cover of Cool About It by boygenius. This song consists of just a verse and a chorus that's repeated 3 times, once for each of the singers. We are in standard tuning and the capo is on 2nd fret. Now the chords that are in this song are all basic chords, C, F, G, E minor, D minor, and A minor. So beginners can definitely play this and attempt to play it with the picking pattern. So let's get into it. Let's start with the picking pattern because it's the same the entire way through. Now, essentially, our thumb is going to be playing bass notes, right? So it's going to be doing this throughout the entire song. Okay, now the melody notes are going to be coming in from our first finger and occasionally our middle finger. So I'm going to play it first, slowly, and I'll explain how to do it. Slow down actually. Okay, so as you can see, my thumb is continually between the 5th and 4th string for the C chord. Now the bass notes do change depending on which chord. So if it's a G, for example, it will go from the 6th string to the 4th string. If it's an F, it's the same as the C, so it's the 5th string and 4th string. If it's an A minor, it's the same, 5th string and 4th string. And if it's a D minor, it's different. It's the 4th string, which is the D, and the 3rd string. Okay, so other than that, yeah, and with the E minor, but actually, listening to this song, we would normally play the 6th string for the E minor, but it just sounds like they're playing the E minor from the 5th string. If you want to change that, it's absolutely fine. I kept it on from the 5th string to the 4th string just because I think that's what it sounds like in the song. Okay, so our thumb is playing every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the second beat, 1, 2, we're going to pinch with our first finger and our thumb at the same time the 4th and the 2nd string. 1, 2. So we've got the melody note here. So these are both quarter notes. 1, 2, and then we're going to go into 8th notes. So 3 is going to be the 5th string again. And we're going to have the and of 3 with our first finger on the 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4 is going to be the 4th string. Okay? And the and of 4 is going to be the E string, the highest string, the 1st string. You can even do it with your 1st finger or your 3rd finger. I do it with my 3rd. So what we have is this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay? Sped up. Okay, so that's the picking pattern, right? It's a little bit complicated to begin with, but it's actually a very popular and common picking pattern. So it's one that's worth practicing at least. You can do it without the high string. But now to build this up, I would definitely just get the thumb going first with the chords. Just get used to this, because if you're new to it, it might take a bit of getting used to. And then add it in one note at a time. So that pinch, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add in the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1. When you can do that, add in the last one. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So you can build up bit by bit, and that's going to really help. And it might even just take a while getting used to it on each chord. Thumb has to change bass strings, right? So on the G, it's going from the 6th to the 4th. So you might have to do that process, on each one. Okay, so the intro is the same chords as the verses. What we have 3 bars of C. So it's the high note there. Now on the 3rd bar, hammer on, so it goes. You've got the bass note and the pinch. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then your thumb is going to play the 4th string again, the open string, 3 and 4 and. Everything's not like the same as before, but we're not going to swap bass strings, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So we don't have to pick twice, it's a hammer on. So the first 3 bars of the C. Sorry. 2, 3, and then we go to an F. Now, with this F chord, we're not going to be using the low F with a bass note. You can do. With the song, they don't. It just stays here. And this is actually an F major 7 because of the high E string. We're not barring with our first finger, it's an open E string. And now we have 4 bars of this. To E minor for 1 bar. Now again, we're not playing, well, as I hear it in the song, we're not playing the low E string, we're playing it in the 5th string again, keeping the bass notes roughly in the same area. So it's 1 bar of that, and then back to 1 bar of F, to 1 bar of C, to 2 bars of G, and then we strum the 3rd bar, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go back into the verse. So I will play this through once for the intro, which is the same as the verse. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. We go strum it to the 3rd bar and the 4th bar, let it ring out, and into the verse. But during the verse, we actually play the full 4 bars of G. So after the C chord, the 1 bar of C, we go to the G, 1, 2, 3rd bar, 4th bar. Okay, now that verse is the same for each of the different singers, okay? However, when Phoebe is singing it, Phoebe Bridgers in the 3rd verse, so the last time, the first 2 bars of the G are the same. Then on the last 2, she plays a G7. And all we're doing is going from our G chord, taking our little finger off, if you play it this way around, which I would suggest doing for the G7. If you go from this one, you have to rearrange all your fingers. But it's going from this 3rd note here, the 3rd fret on the E string, down to the 1st fret, which is the flat 7. So if you play a G like this with your little finger, it's easy to go like that. Okay, from here, it's still easy, but it's a bit more of a change. Now that's all of the verses. The choruses are very, very similar, except they're about double the length, and we have a couple of different chords in here now. So we start off the same. 3 bars of C. With the hammer on the 3rd one here. F. Now 4 bars of F, that's the 2nd one. 3, 4. Now in the 4th bar, we do a bit of voice leading, so we go from F, E minor to D minor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got the F, E minor, D. Now I still use the same picking pattern. What you could do, so I go F, the pinch with the thumb and the finger for the beats 1, 2, and then for the E minor, I still do the 3 and 4 and, but you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the D. Now if that move is too quick for you, you could just keep it on the F. And then we go to D minor for 2 bars. Now for this picking pattern on the D minor, because we're only across 4 strings, I use my thumb on the 4th string and I pinch the 3rd and the 2nd together. 1, 2, and it's a thumb on the 4th for 3, and is the 2nd string with the index finger. 4 is the 3rd string with the thumb, and the and of 4 is the either your 1st or 2nd finger on the high E string. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 2 bars of D minor, and then 2 bars of G. Okay, and then we have 2 bars of C. But in the second bar, we're again doing a bit of voice leading with this C to a C over B. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Same thing applies here like it did with the F and the E minor. You can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the C over B, I'm just moving that C bass note down. But because that's a bit awkward with those fingers, I move those fingers around. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to 2 bars of A minor, 2 bars of D minor, to G's, 2 G's. 1, 2. Back to the C and then the C over B again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 A minors, 2 D minors, to a G. And that's the chorus. I'm just going to play it through in its entirety while calling up the chords because I realise that's a lot just to read off on the screen. So here we go. This is the chorus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 3 bars of C, 2, 3. Hammer on. F, 2, 3. F and E. D minor for 2. G. Now a C and a C over B. 2 A minors. 2 D minors. 2 Gs. A C and a C over B. 2 A minors. 2 D minors. And a G. Now those sections just repeat. So it goes intro, verse, chorus, and verse, chorus. Fairly straightforward. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any questions, give us a thumbs up as well, that'd be grateful. I'd be very grateful for that. And if you'd like access to the tabs for this song and all the others I've done in the past, please head over to Patreon and subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care.